requiring us to take a street interview. And this information that have been recorded from you will be used only for academic purpose. So after this interview, I will submit the deliverable to the College for America so that my work can be evaluated. So do you agree to be interviewed and recorded?
Yes, I agree to give you my answer.
All right. So basically, the purpose of this interview is to know, to get to understand how people understand how the branches of the government works. So can you tell me what are the three branches of the government?
The three branches of the government, I think, is the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary branch.
Thank you so much. What does each branch do?
Frankly speaking, I'm not sure of what every branch do, but what I know about the legislative is they are only to make laws, but the others, I'm not sure.
Oh, all right. You know, in the United States, there are three parties. There are two well-known parties, which are Democratic and Republicans. Do you know the third party?
The third party that I know, it is called the Mino Party, which gather many other political parties, such as Green Party, others, I don't know.
Oh, it's fine. So, you know, in the United States, before a law become a law, it requires a process, yes? So, can you tell me how a bill become a law?
Frankly speaking, I don't know about that.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Sir Jackson. Those are the questions that I want you to hear from you and getting understand how you know how the government works of the United States. Thank you so much for accepting to be interviewed in this interview. Hi, my name is Abraham and I'm working on Bachelor of Arts in College for America in Manhattan. So I'm conducting this street interview. I'm working on a project called Contribute Research. And I just want to know how people think about how the government works. And then this information in this interview will be submitted to the College for America so that they can evaluate my work. And this will only be used for academic purpose. So do you accept to be interviewed and recorded? Yes. So what's your name? The name is Yvette Tisale. Thank you so much, Yvette. Can you tell me about the branches of the government? So you don't know the branches of the government? Well, so at least do you know like the information? Do you have the information for how each? There are three branches. So do you know how each branch works? Well, so in the United States, there are two major parties, Democratic and Republicans. So do you have any information about the third party? You don't have information about the third party. So well, do you have any idea of how a bill became a law? No idea. So thank you so much for your time to be participating in this interview and thank you for your time. Hi once again, my name is Abraham and welcome back. As previously you heard from people who had the street interviews and now I'm coming back to interpret some of the questions that they have not been able to answer well. So with the branches of the government, on the first questions, there are three branches of the government, which is executive, legislative, and judicial branch. And regarding how the role of each branch, the executive branch, of course, enforce laws, command and enforce, and held the president the responsibility for the government and administration system. And for the legislative branch, as you heard many people say that, I don't know yet what this branch is and what it is doing. So for the legislative branch, it makes law and change the existing laws. And also it controls and it critiques and supervises the administrations of the executive and also influence the policy of the government. And finally, for the judicial branch, this branch interprets and protects laws. And some small notes about this branch. Basically, the judiciary officers are created by the president and confirmed by the Senate. And also for the connections of how those branches they work together and how they interconnected. Basically, all the three branches deal with the law, even though it is in different ways. Here, the legislative and the executive can, of course, work together and propose or suggest a law, while the judicial branch can also judge the laws and can check the biases before it is admitted. And for the fourth questions, where the how the branches regulate each other, of course, the legislative branch checks on the executives by selecting the president and the vice president. And this happens when there is a no minority of the electoral veto. And also for the legislative have power of approving and replacing the vice president and declaring wars. And also the legislative check with the judicial in initiating constitutional amendments and also set jurisdictions of courts. And also they have power to set courts interior to the Supreme Court. And also legislative can also have the power of self-checking because the bills of course have to pass in both houses, the Senate and the representatives. So here also the executive branch checks with the legislative in enforcing an adjournment when both houses cannot agree on the adjournment. And also about when as you heard from the street interviews, many people have not been able to tell us more about the political parties in the US. Basically, there are two major parties, which are Democratic and Republicans, but many people don't know that there is the third party, which is the minority. And as a brief history of what how those parties formed, we find in 1787, so there was the first party which was a federalist, which was initiated by the Hamilton. And later in 1797, there was a Democratic Republican, which was named by or created by Jefferson. And this Jefferson was anti-federalist party. And in 1828, there was a change. There was a change from Democratic Republican to Democrats, which is well known in today's world. And this was named by Andrew Jackson. In 1854, there was other groups like anti-slavery that was led by Abraham Lincoln, forces and the peaceful forces made about, and this they changed, of course, they created another political party which is Republican, and this was led by John. And basically about the impact of them, as you heard, there are two major parties, which Democrats and Republicans. And we heard from the history of both of those two parties. And the third is the minority party, and this is the third party, and it has of course some impact on the part or on those major parties. The first impact is that they affect the national elections by taking away their votes, especially when they are in national elections. And also they spread some ideology to challenge the major parties. And finally, I'm going to take you through